Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of the Chopping It Up podcast. We are debuting Cinco de Mayo.
Hell yes.
We are happy to have y'all here with us. I am your co-host, Chartel, here with Ferris.
Yes, ma'am. And it's Cinco de Mayo. You know, we got us some cervezas. So we got beer. We had tacos. You know, it's been a beautiful day so far.
Yes.
And we have a couple of guests here. And so I don't know who wants to start off, but the gentleman to the front of me, he's going to start off and introduce himself, and then we'll have the other person.
All right. Well, my name is Osvaldo Castillo. Go by Ozzy, just for short. What can I say? I'm, a Mexican-American living in the USA, living in Minnesota. Been living here most of my life, and love Mexican food, Mexican music, and gotta love my community, that's for sure.
No, that's right.
Perfect. All right. Our other guest here, we have Dice, everyone. Hello, sis.
Hello, world. My name is Dice, and I am Afro-Latina. I am very proud Dominican Black woman. I stand for equality and love, and you can find me on social media as a Dice. Periods in between all the letters. I promote love.
Yes,
Awesome.
We love that.
And we really want to appreciate you guys being on. Seriously, like especially for the debut. You know, we're trying to hit this this podcasting hard.
Yeah.
And we essentially here on Chopping It Up, we want it to be just conversational, laid back. You know, we want to address everything from gossip, current events, but we'll also get a little deep sometimes and talk about social justice. Prison reform. We're trying to tear down this white supremacist establishment that we have, and so, there's going to be laughs. There's going to be some, I guess, sad or I guess more deeper things that we're going to talk about. But with that being said, we are going to get into our first segment.
Yes. Well, I think before we start our first segment, we should definitely shout out to who has provided us with these lovely drinks. So, cervezas from La Doña here. And yes, get the pictures. Here in Minneapolis. Now, La Doña is great because they are a cerveceria here in the cities, Minneapolis, and they are here their social impact is to be here in the community, right? They hold fundraisers. They have vendors in their tap room. Like they are here in the community.
I think I saw there was a food truck too.
Yeah, they have a food trucks. Yes, they are. And amazing.
So when I went in, I spoke with the cashier or hostess. I don't know what you would call it, kind of, because it's like a brewery kind of setup. So I don't know what to call her. But her name was Natalie. So she was like, "Hey, shout me out." I met with the owner. Or the GM, I think his title was. His name was Sergio. Very nice person.
Is it Sergio or Sergio?
Sergio.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes,
sorry.
Sergio.
But very, very down to earth dude. He was really engaging. He really wanted to know what we were talking about. He was like, "Yeah, you're more than welcome to come back." And he invites, everyone in the community. I used to live over north. Long story short, I used to live over north, and so. I never even heard of this place. So I'm really glad that there's something like that over there I love me some damn tacos. So, I'm going to go there. And they were very, very warm and welcoming. So they got a customer with me. So let's get that.
Yeah, let's do it. They are definitely, I remember when they opened, I used to work over there and we would watch and wait for the construction to be done. And we couldn't wait to get over there to be their first guest. So that's why, that's how I know them. And they hit the ground running. So they, if anything, have proven their commitment to the community. And I just want to give their social media because they do have fundraisers going on for Dante Wright's family. Unfortunately, he was murdered by Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter. So I just want to Killer Kim, Bullet Becky. We call her all the things. So I just want to shout out their social media so you all can go on there, check them out, and figure out how you can help also. So it's La Doña Cerveza, LADONA CERVEZA on Instagram.
Yes.
Check them out. Follow them. Go visit. It's very warm, like Ferris said, warm, welcoming, accepting. And they used to do Spanish conversations once a week. I'm not sure how that is with the pandemic. But anyway, long story short, we love them. We appreciate them being our very first sponsors. Check them out, please. With that, we will jump into our first segment, Blase, where we just talk about what's on our mind. Ferris, you've been itching to talk about What's old sis name? Candace Owens. So tell us
Candace Owens.
what she been up to.
Look, I'm tired of these sellout Negroes out
Ozzy's
here
looking
just
like,
doing
what?
like craziness.
Who's this?
So Candace, excuse me. So Candace Owens is a self-proclaimed Republican. I mean, she is
A black woman.
black Republican, very, very, very conservative. I don't know what black man or black people hurt her in her life, but goddamn, like this stuff is like
Sis is out
ridiculous
to
because
get us.
she. Every chance she gets, when she can get on a television screen or there's a microphone there, she's constantly shitting on black people in the black community.
Right.
And it's like, who hurt you, girl?
Right,
Damn.
girl, what's going
Like,
on?
chill.
Right. And I think I should say, like, it's fine to like be whatever color you are, with affiliated with whatever political party you want to be. But I think the issue with Candace is she coming out here attacking us, the blacks.
Right.
Like, yeah, exactly like I said, sis, who hurt you?
Who hurt you?
Honey, therapy is here for everyone.
And so seeing that we're based here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, you know, a couple weeks ago, the Chauvin trial verdict came out. And so, you know, guilty on all three charges.
All three
Yes.
charges.
Thank God.
Yes.
And so Candace Owens went on, you know, some Fox News or whatever
course.
bullshit she's always on. And so she had a nerve to say this, and I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Wow.
And I want you guys to tell me your thoughts on this, okay?
Okay.
Your thoughts on the guilty verdict, guilty on all charges?
It's the wrong verdict, in my opinion. And I think that it's indicative of the fact that we now live in mob rule. This is mob rule society. I mean, this is based on the evidence that we saw, and this was polluted from start to finish. So to me, the most important element of this, which I found to be astonishing, was the fact that they never released the full police footage. They had it, they sat on it, they locked it down. It leaked months and months later after the riots, you know, via the Daily Mail, I think. But when I watched the full tape, I was astonished that they didn't think to just at least add this context so that people understood, yes, this person was high out of his mind. He asked to be put on the ground. He was resisting arrest. Let's not forget what the media, what they did, the power they had in setting up this narrative to begin with. First, the media said he was just getting his life together. You remember St. George?
Yeah, they do
You
this
guys
all the
remember
time,
St. George, right? He was just getting his life together. He had moved to Minnesota. Yes, he was, you know, had been in prison in the past, but he was just helping the youth, and everyone was crying, and it was, oh my gosh, this man is, you know, was getting a second chance at life, and, you know, maybe had the wrong ID or whatever it was using counterfeit bills, and somebody called the police, and then he was killed. He was brutally murdered on the basis of him being black. No indication. Nothing was said out of Derek Chauvin's mouth that, you know, should insinuate that this was about being black versus white, but that was what the media ran with. And then they successfully hid every piece of evidence that would have transformed public opinion, right? Every piece of evidence that would have said, wait a second, there's more here. Then they were upset when I released a video and just went over his track record, because it was clear to me, according to his track record, that it was very unlikely that a person that spends, you know, approximately 9 stints in prison was really just getting his life together after having served the last one. So, you know, to me, I think the saddest part of this is that what we need to acknowledge is that right now, mob rules. The media creates the mob, and the mob rules, and that's what we just saw play out.
All right, first and foremost, I'm going to have to just jump in here. Look, kill yourself. I do not like Candace Owens is done. Like, she needs,
Officially,
like,
it's all done.
hit the road black. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be gone. And hit the road black for, obviously, this is a segment that we're going to eventually be bringing on every week. But it's for sellouts like her that constantly, when they get on TV or when they get in front of the media, their sole goal is to always just put down black folks and tap dance for the man to put themselves ahead for their own, push their own agenda. So, yeah, she's sentenced. She's gonna have to do a year. She's get her out.
I think I have to take
I don't
a
know what the
drink
hell she's
because I
talking
don't
about.
even know, like,
She's sick. I struggle with what she says. Like, I just saw something from her yesterday regarding Dante, and she kind of went down a list of all the bad things that George Floyd did, that Micaiah did, and then Dante's death has killed a part of me. It's insane. This is a death that hurt more than any other that I've ever.
And why is that? I mean,
that's a good
I
question.
get it, but I just want to hear it.
I can't explain it. My heart just hurts for this kid. He's 20 years old. I have a 14-year-old son. Dante, he captivated me, and I think about him every day. You know, I'm thinking about him all the time. So when I see things like that from a black woman who's bringing up the fact that he had other issues. Like, well, does that justify killing the person? Like, when did we start?
She probably would say yes.
Right. Like, are we out just getting people because they had, he was 20 years old.
Driving.
Who's not making mistakes?
Right. And his mistake was what? Not paying for his tabs? Like, so now we're criminalizing poverty, right? His mistake was not paying for his tabs, or his mistake was having an air freshener. Let's talk about Minnesota policy. His mistake was having an air freshener in the...
Because apparently that impedes your vision.
Impedes your vision, right?
Like
so
what?
my thing is, where's the discretion for our black kids, right?
Well, I think Governor Walz actually was just saying that they're trying to pass, or it's in the works. We'll see whenever the hell it comes. But he's actually trying to push where... Is that an offense that you can be pulled over for?
Yeah.
If they have your license, your license plate, what they're saying is if they see that it's expired, they're just going to mail you a ticket. Mm-hmm. Like, and that's what they should do.
Might as well.
Or if there's something hanging in your shit,
just
mail me a ticket.
Why
are you
stopping
pulling me over
Right,
and causing
for
all
real.
this stuff? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I literally just posted on Facebook. There was a post that said specifically that. Why aren't we doing this?
Yes.
Why aren't we just mailing in the tickets?
Yep.
Right.
You know, we and I don't know. Are we?
What?
Can
Go
I-
for it.
Yeah, you can say
you
whatever
do,
the hell you want.
whatever you want.
I don't. Because sorry.
No, you're fine.
What are you trying
Do you
to
have a
say?
question?
Yeah, question.
Okay.
Can we curse on this thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Fuck
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curse it up.
I was like, I don't know if this is radio.
I feel like I done dropped a bunch of bombs up
man.
in here. I just say it now. I don't even know.
Say
Curse
whatever the hell you want
away.
to say,
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
It's free game.
All right,
Yes.
free game. Open season. All right.
Open season. Because these bitches out here playing, they are fucking around.
Facts.
For real.
They are fucking
Right
around.
now, there's no reason why cops need to be shooting people for absolutely no reason. They're so skittish. They get startled by anything, and that's their excuse for
Facts.
taking human life.
Yep.
And there's absolutely no reason and no excuse for it. I, for the longest time, had a rosary hanging on my windshield, over on my rearview mirror. Of
course, yeah.
Yep. And I, because of what happened to Dante, and it's tragic. My sister texted me and she was like, last time we went to the Home Depot, I saw you had a rosary. You should just take it down. And I was just like, if I get pulled over and get killed for
of a
having
rosary.
Jesus on my
Yes.
in my car, they're going straight to hell.
I'm trying
Facts.
to tell you, look,
No,
look, I will haunt you.
but see, when they see
real.
people of color, oh, go ahead.
No,
No, she was saying,
Oh,
I'm haunt that bitch.
Look, I was gonna say when they see us, when they see people of color, they're already looking for something. They're like, "Ooh, okay, let me see.
Yep.
Are they gonna get on, like inch on the center
median,
line,
right, the
or
center
are they
line,
going to? Do they look suspicious, which isn't a crime, but
Right.
They'll
all
try to find
subjective.
something
Right.
to get
There's one
your
tire
ass,
flatter
right?
than the
and
other.
that's probable cause,
Completely
right?
agree.
And so I can see mailing, just mail the fucking tickets. Like this shit is getting
I
old.
get speeding tickets in the mail all fucking time.
Right. Philando Castile.
All fucking time.
Philando Castile.
All fucking time.
Look, Philando Castile. That's the reason why he got.
That's it.
Because it was a tail light out though.
Right.
And it's like that was another thing that Walls was saying. It's like if it's some fix it type shit.
Leave these people alone.
Exactly.
Leave these people.
Like y'all ain't
There's
got nothing to do.
Nothing else to do. There's nothing going on that shows that they are being unsafe drivers. So now we're criminalizing poverty. I got a fucking tail light out. Bitch, what?
Right.
And you stopping me and fighting me. And let me tell you something about Philando Castile. He did everything right. Had a weapon in the car, told the police officers, like did all the things right? And then what happens? Pop, you're dead. And oops, I was startled for my life. If you're startled for your life, I don't want you protecting my community. I'm using air quotes for our
Look,
non-visual listeners.
I got to conceal and carry. I carry with me everywhere. I don't have it on me right now, but essentially I have it like in the car. You know what I mean? And they say that you need to let the police officer know
I tell y'all
immediately.
shit.
I'm like, I ain't saying not a goddamn word. My
tell
black
y'all
ass. And it's
shit.
funny when the instructor was like,
I was gonna say that,
he
yes.
was talking about it. He's like, yeah, you got to let them know first. I'm like, is that the black person rules or white people rules? Because
real.
Yes.
that shit ain't happening for me. I'm not saying shit.
So some background info. Ferris and I went to the same conceal and carry like instructor. He's a white guy, lovely, like
Yeah,
totally
he
great
is a
guy.
super cool dude.
But then like had these like rules and stuff. And I said, ooh, like that seems like a white person person thing. I'm just not going to do any of that. Like, no. And I think that just speaks to like how we move through the world, right? For him, it was like, yeah, tell him it's no big deal. But for me, I was like, no, Philando did that, and probably countless other Black folks. You ain't about to get me. You ain't about to get me.
You know what's frustrating for me about this whole thing is they are adults. They know what's right. They know what's wrong. I feel like they know what's right and wrong, man. That's just what it comes down to. They're using their title.
They are.
They're using that certification or whatever to do this foolishness, to kill off our people. And it's sickening to me. It's hard for me to have the conversation where I'm reminding them that we are abiding the law, that we made a simple mistake, that Susie makes that mistake. She's not going to have the same consequence. I feel like that's a waste of time because they know this.
They just don't care. That's why
exactly. They don't care about us. We don't mean shit to these people. So
not at all. So there's not you don't need more training. You don't need more this or that. You need to be off the force.
Accountability.
Because you need accountability. We need rules and policy, right? Because you know what you're doing. That's why you can bring in white man in Hutchinson.
And I bet your ass if they
running over folks safely.
Instead of the city of Minneapolis paying $27 million to George Floyd's family, I bet you the police union, if it was coming out of their shit, right? Oh, like when you hold the police accountable,
then it's
like
different.
if all deaths were coming out of their pension,
right?
Like that's it.
Yes.
Like I guarantee it would drop in half.
Oh, I believe that. So Candace is the worst.
Right.
Like, she's the fucking worst. I hate her. Some people, I feel like I think it's important to have conversations with people, right? Like we're doing like here. But I also think some people don't deserve this platform. Candace, you fucking suck. You don't deserve that platform. No, Derek Chauvin didn't need to say anything because his actions were showing everything. His knee was on this man's neck who was already subdued. And the simple fact that other officers that were on the force for half a day knew that?
Right.
Bitch, please.
But didn't do shit. But look, I'm not trying to interrupt, but real quick. That man's a sociopath.
Yes.
Did you see this?
You saw
Did you see his ass?
Eyes?
Man, there was no emotion on this man.
None.
The same emotion when he was standing on or kneeling on George Floyd's neck was the same emotion he had in the courtroom. There was nothing. It was just
nothing.
Dead.
Like, so you don't get no sympathy from me. And then I see these media posts about cops that are like, here's the good cops in the community. Like there have been cops. So I'm from Georgia, so I think it was Gwinnett police. A woman and her child looked like a single Black mom, and her child had I think a missing tail light. And so I think the officer, a white man, followed them to a repair shop. I think he paid for the repairs and was just take care of this, right? So when I think about like community, I don't even want to say policing, safety or whatever. I think about that, right? Like, so why are those officers doing, what's the difference in an officer doing that and an officer doing what Derek Chauvin did,
because he has a heart. He has a heart.
He sees people. He humanizes us.
Exactly.
That's what I think. And then the officer that killed the young girl, the 16-year-old, right? You had mentioned her name, Dice.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly it. They see us as people.
Right.
But then you have these officers that don't, right? And now there's this narrative of white officers killing Black people because they can. There is no accountability. So everyone's like, well, Derek Chauvin was guilty. Derek Chauvin should have never killed George Floyd. Right. Who cares?
It shouldn't even have got to that point.
Fuck you, Candace Owens. I'm going to just say it. Like, who cares that he had a supposed counterfeit $20 bill? That wasn't worth his life. And Nancy Pelosi playing too. Thank you for sacrificing your life, George Floyd. No, he went in to get some shit for his family.
Right. He wasn't thinking about none of that shit.
No, he wasn't thinking about
losing his goddamn life. And now you got his daughter over there saying that my daddy changed the world.
Yes.
But your daddy should still be here.
Right. Your daddy should still be here.
Yep.
And then they will do that. They will break up our families and then blame us for it. They'll put our men in jail, right? Yep. For weed issues, but then have white men down the street from that same jail or people are locked up in selling it for profit, right? And then blame us for these broken homes. Yeah,
to touch back a little bit on equality and what you guys were talking about, that you can't go around, if you get pulled over and you're not gonna say I have a gun.
Hell no. I say shit.
No.
You ain't about to get me.
I'm being that bitch like Stevie Wonder, like.
Telling shit.
I don't hear nothing, I don't see nothing, nope. But anyway, my bad.
Sorry. There is a big problem, and people get really upset when they hear Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. They say all lives matter. No, the issue is not with white people or other people getting killed. It is people of color that are getting killed for no reason. There was that young teenage boy that walked out with an RE-15 type rifle. If any person of color would have even walked out.
Rittenhouse is his name, I think it is.
Yep.
In Kenosha?
Yep.
Fuck that dude.
Literally.
With any type of even knife.
Tamir Rice, the fake
knife
gun.
or machete or anything like
would
that.
have never happened.
They wouldn't have made it down the block.
Not at all.
Not That is the issue.
Right. Our kids can't even play.
You
right?
say that this country is the free and there's equality and that's why people come here, the American dream. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Hell yeah, it's
Ozzy,
bullshit.
I agree with you. It is.
Yep. No, and sorry.
You're
good,
crazy.
man.
I kind of want to so when you think about that, right? Like I kind of want to lead us into our topic today,
Yes.
Blacks and Hispanics. When you like you said, when you come over and when people immigrate over here, right, for a better life, it depends though, right, on your skin color, right? So there's this weapon of who is coming over here. Oh, Mexicans are illegal immigrants. What about the Polish whites that are coming over here, slipping through the systems, and then all of a sudden being millionaires, right? They're illegal, but you don't care about them because their skin tone's right.
Right.
So yeah, I just want to bring to our guests here, kind of start this conversation of, this interconnectedness of being Black and Hispanic, right? So I guess, Ozzy, I can start with you in terms of how do you identify and find yourself here in America?
Identify as Mexican. Obviously, I'm also American born. I was born in Los Angeles, but
Hey, LA.
If I could hang one flag outside my house, it'd be a Mexican flag because I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my heritage and just the traditions, my culture. Culture is such a big part of who you are, and that is that's what I love about Mexico is the culture and everything about it, regardless of whether it's stereotypical or traditional. You want to say mariachis, you want to say tequila, you want to say all of that. I love every last bit of it.
I love it. I want to come back to the stereotypes.
I actually like that because I feel like that too. It's it's a double-edged sword. There's stereotypes that black
Cut
folks
me
have.
with that sword. Cut me, okay? Deep. I don't care.
Facts. Yeah.
No, I hear that, yeah. Dice, what about you?
Facts.
I identify as Dominican, Black American. I promote being Dominican heavily because I know that a lot of Dominicans colorism is a big thing in the Dominican Republic. When you're lighter skinned, you have more opportunities and you are more qualified for things just like the US, white people and Black people, light skin and dark skin. It's the same thing in the DR. Also, I've seen a lot of Dominicans who they don't identify as Black.
Man, be looking just like me. You see me?
Niggas speaking Spanish.
Look at this. I know Black. I'm not Black. Papi. No, papi. No Black. Come on, bro. You look just like me.
Serving you them lies?
Big ass nose, big lips, curly hair. Stop.
Everything.
Plantains.
Everything. Every plantain girl, yes.
Plantains is from Africa. For people who don't know.
I got one right here, right now. I was born with it. It's facts.
Okay.
It's weird. But
Hey, plantains is fire though.
mango.
If you ever go,
Plátano frito, yes.
yeah, no, I was gonna say mofongo. If you ever go,
in
oh
Puerto Rico.
my God, mofongo.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ooh, let
But
me
you know what? I
tell
love
you.
it. I love it. though.
Mofongo de camarones. Ooh, but you ain't got to tell me no.
Like a vamos a conga.
I'm here
Yeah.
for this.
If you ever go to Puerto Rico, I'm just
That's my favorite place.
They're not sponsoring us, but I would
Right.
say
Legit.
if you ever go to Puerto Rico and you go to Isla Verde,
Yes.
raíces, the roots,
Yep.
roots, and let me tell you, the
raíces.
beef mofongo there, oh my God,
Yeah.
to die for.
And I think so too. So when I went to visit, people will say ooh, Isla Verde, you going over there? I will go anywhere for food. I think that's the hood over there. I'm using air quotes, the hood over there. Look, I will go anywhere for some good food. It's daylight. I'm straight.
Be real though. It's always white folks that say, "Hey, don't go over here."
Always. It is.
I'm black. They
I'm
ain't about
right.
me. They ain't gonna do me.
Hit me.
I'm like, "Hola, señor."
Look, let me tell you.
I
We're
blend in.
welcome.
Look, we're welcome. And let me tell you, they serve up that food. you, they bring, oh, look, that's customer service be 100. You ain't about to get, like, they don't like y'all. I'm straight.
Yes.
And once
like,
again, we're
no.
not talking about all white people.
Yeah. No,
Some
and you know,
white
Gotta
people.
preface
and you know what?
Right.
One of the other reasons, aside from the skin color or whatever, the reason why they say don't go over there. The other reason why they say don't go over there is because it looks a little bit more run down. It doesn't look
Right.
as,
So they want to keep
like,
that
oh,
image
San
up.
Juan.
yeah, it doesn't look as commercial, but I
Right.
guarantee you, in most places, especially in Mexico, Dominican, whatever, you go to the rundown areas. That's where the food is.
It is.
That's
That's
where the best food is.
Not just
yeah.
that though. You know, when you're presented and you're offered that food, there's something humble and beautiful about those people that a lot of
Yes.
people don't see. You miss out on so many beautiful souls when you have that mindset. Don't go here because it's dirty. Don't go here because it's run down. Don't go here because so and so doesn't go
They
there.
don't have no
Fuck those
outdoor
people.
seating like this. Right.
Right,
look.
like these are the people that are gonna love on you and
Yes.
welcome you. And these are the people that when you get into a street fight, guess who's gonna come behind?
Wait,
you?
look, guess who gonna show with that machete like
Right.
that? I'm trying to tell you.
So-
And the food
Don't
tastes
go
different
and miss
too.
out. Don't go and miss out. More for me. More for me.
More for me. Shoot, let me tell you.
So speaking of that,
No,
you
I
said
agree.
wanting to love on other people and whatnot, right? And so, what are your thoughts? And this is for either of you can take it,
La doña otra vez.
right?
Yes.
This is for either of you guys to take this, right? So, when you guys were growing up, did you ever hear in your household or just in households around that were in the same community that said, "Hey, I don't want you dating." A black man or bringing anyone black or anyone that's even outside of your own nationality. Like you're Mexican. So did they ever say, hey, we just want a Mexican woman, that's it? Or, Dominican? Or was it kind of,
I definitely
or was it
heard
open?
some things.
I wasn't told I don't want you dating this type of person, right? A black person or whatever. But I did hear that. It wasn't uncommon.
Right.
It's becoming less and less common, which is I think one of the big reasons, and I might skip I might be jumping the gun here for the topic.
No,
but
go for it.
As far as like, how the Mexican and black community are, it is good. Okay. You go to someone that lives next to someone like let's say you go to a Mexican person and they live next to a black person or a black person that lives next to a Mexican person, they'll get along. They'll get along great. They have the carne asada, they have the barbecue. They're gonna invite them over.
Facts. Of course. I'll definitely go over there.
They're gonna all party it up and everything's gonna be good. But you know what? You go to some other areas where they don't know, and there's always those stereotypes. They're gonna be skeptical, or let's just straight out say it. They're going to be afraid. They're like, I don't know. You shouldn't be hanging out with them or you shouldn't be dating them.
Which is bullshit. But
Which is
I hear you though.
Yeah.
The issue is that we need to come together, get to know each other, have a carne asada, open up a bottle of tequila, and
look,
I'm not
live
gonna
your
lie.
best life.
I'm not gonna lie. I struggle a lot with that because so my mom was never that way. She never said that in our household. Don't date this person or that person. But I did hear it in my family, I don't want you, or I don't know who they said it specifically to, but I do recall 2 family members that would say they don't want their girls to date black men. They don't want their girls to date, but they also didn't want men to, the women or us to date Dominican men. They're like, they're not, they're dogs.
Was it
and
white
they're not
men?
loyal. No, they
didn't
never,
want y'all
I
to
don't
date.
recall them. They didn't want us to date black men or Dominican men.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And then for me, I tell my son is 14 and I have told him, you're not bringing anybody in my house. That if you better date you a black woman or date a Latina.
I heard that, sis.
Because
Let 'em know.
Because our I just feel like the love that we give as women to our men and to our children is
unparalleled.
way different.
Yep.
Way on so many different levels. And it's not a
Agreed.
bad thing. Like I have 2 white friends and they're beautiful people and I love them. So it's not, I don't know. It's hard for
It's
me.
different.
But I feel like, you know what, son, they're not going to feel your pain. They're not going to know your struggle, no matter how many kids you have with them, no matter who you have kids with. Our kids are going to be black regardless. So
Facts.
I don't need those problems, And I'm
Right.
the kind of woman like, I have no problem standing up for mine.
Good.
And I don't care if it's family or not. I'm going to say what I'm going to say and I'm going to react if I need to. So
Yeah.
for me, I definitely have have that rule in my household. No, no.
But I think that's interesting. So I'll have kids, but I would think that if you like, let's say your son did, marry a white woman and they had kids, I think there's also this like teaching moment too, right? Now the white mom's like, oh, I didn't know this or this. And it feels like, we'll need that, right? That level of like, I didn't know this, like, was happening this. I think that's an extra burden for us, right?
Definitely.
And it's we'll need that.
I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Like, I only date black men, and I feel like there's dark skin.
Dice dating black men out here, y'all.
Oh, see, I'm not going to lie though. I thought Dice was going to say she liked them light skins.
The light skin.
Right.
Paris. They
doing the hands and the duck lips and all their pictures and stuff. Like, where do that at?
We ain't playing those games.
Dice say, give me a chocolate, man.
Chocolate, baby.
Say it, sis.
And then, too, like, another thing that's kind of hard for me is my son. So my son is mixed, super mixed. His dad is actually, his grandmother is Haitian and white. Mm-hmm. Her mom is white. So his great-grandmother's white, and then his great-grandfather's Haitian.
Okay.
And,
because the Dominican and Haiti are together.
Yeah,
they're
same
connected.
Island. Yep. So sometimes I think about if I was to have kids with a white man, it would be hard for me to let my kid go to events that I'm not going to, because the truth is, I don't know everybody. Mm-hmm. And my mom always told me, you never stop learning somebody. You never stop getting to know somebody, because you could be with somebody for 10 years and they wake up one morning and they're not even the same person anymore. So I'm not going to send my kid over there with his dad, who trusts and loves his uncle so much because he know his uncle.
Right.
And then my son is exposed to some shit that I'm never gonna know about.
Racism is exactly right.
I'm not putting my kids through that, and
that's true.
It hurts to even have to think like that. I got 4 kids to worry about.
Yeah.
You know how many households I got to worry about my kids going to,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they start dating and
that's
having relationships,
like
my stomach just be sick with the stuff that these people do to us.
Yeah. I saw on social media too, there's this couple that they're interracial, and so the mom is black Haitian and the dad is white. I want to say like maybe European white. He could just be white. Maybe right. And so that was a conversation they had, right? So when they were dating, she would be exposed to these racist family members and said to her husband, like, when we have kids, no, this family member will never meet them, right? Wow. And so they had a child, and according to her social media page, that son has never met that family member. Yeah. And she said, my kids will be exposed to racism everywhere, but I don't have to be their window into it. Mm-hmm. So when you said that made me think about that, right? Having to put those boundaries up, right? Like, nope, you don't ever get to meet my child because I know who you are. And I don't want to subject my kid to that. Well, I love that, right? Because I don't know if, people are willing to put those boundaries up, especially with families and in-laws, in-laws, right?
And family ain't always blood.
Families ain't always blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You ain't about to treat me crazy just because we connected.
Yeah, and it's sad because you're also closing that door for those amazing and perfect souls that will love on your child and will be there for your kid no matter what, and does not see you as a black child that I don't like. Right. So it's scary for me. And for me, I would rather keep my kid from that love than expose them to what you could be, which is the opposite. Exactly. Like, fuck that. No.
We ain't doing it.
You're just going to miss out and you're going to get it all from me.
No, I hear that.
That's how I feel.
Speak it, sis. I hear it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I personally, and respectfully, I can appreciate it, but I personally just disagree.
Tell us.
Okay. And why?
I mean, if we're preaching equality, if we're preaching that we're all the same, if we're preaching that we deserve, equal rights, human rights, you can't control who you fall in love with. You can't control who you're gonna date or marry and love.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Wait. Go ahead, Ozzy, and then we'll let you come in, Dice. Keep it in your head, Dice, because I want to hear it.
No, and like I said, I totally respect it. I mean, I also agree that I agree part of what you say because like you said, someone that is white is not gonna necessarily fully understand the issues and the struggles and the racism, regardless of if they're with you, they're not going to understand fully what you're going going through, even though they're there with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they don't love you. That doesn't mean that they can't be there for you as much as they possibly can.
Of course.
And I think that that's what counts, again, I fully agree that they will not understand.
Yeah.
That they will never begin to comprehend. But that doesn't mean that we can't.
It sounds like you're saying that doesn't mean they don't deserve the chance.
Exactly.
Right, I hear that.
Thank you.
But I do see that ring on your hand, brother. So tell them what ethnicity is your wife?
She's Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Puebla.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell us, Dice.
Shout out to my wife,
Yes, shout out,
Maria.
What's your thoughts, girl? You said, excuse me.
Oh, wait a minute. I agree.
Wait a minute. Hold on there.
I do agree. And I've never not said that a certain race is, not a beautiful soul. I see the beauty in everybody, every race. And I definitely appreciate a lot of the white people that are in my life personally. I respect them and I love them. And that's why they get to be graced with my presence.
Yes. I know that's right.
But I have to disagree with you don't choose who you fall in love with, or that you can. I believe that you can choose who you love. I believe that don't recall the doctor's name, but I do believe in the fact that euphoria only lasts about 2 years anyway. When you come down from that high, then you choose to love. So that's the real being in love, is choosing to love somebody for all their dirty shit.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
So, and then as far as like the relationship, I do agree that everybody deserves a chance.
You're right.
But I will not expose my children to being harmed because I'm giving somebody a chance. That you will not get a chance to harm my kid if it's in my control.
Agreed.
And I understand, like, I live in Apple Valley.
Hey,
we're
shout
the
out
black
to
Do
AV.
you, girl? I used to live in Burnsville, so I get this.
Okay, you feel
I
me
get
then?
it.
I'm an AV too, so I know.
Okay.
I
So
guess this is
every chance I get, like my clients, I'm driving
Look.
over north to see my people.
Look, no,
Like,
I feel you. Sid. Look, so Apple
trying to get
Valley
better.
is
White
ain't
man.
no color out there.
No,
that's
we're the
no
only
color.
black people. So
Look,
for
That's
me,
a
we got
little
two
bit,
black
that's a
people
little
out
bit.
there.
Stop playing.
Two people out there.
me and Ferris.
Hey,
They on our podcast.
No, there's four of us. There's four of us. There's four of us out there, and we all meet up at the local bar. That shit. Hey, that shit be getting lit though.
Club.
Hey,
What's
people
the
like to
bar?
come out. Cowboy Jacks.
Oh, okay. Oh, this new.
Man, because people like to come out.
They're not sponsoring us, by the way, either.
No, not at all.
But you should.
They should. Facts.
Yeah, you should.
Especially at happy hour.
Look,
Fire.
yes.
But the funny thing is, it's like, yeah, but you'll be surprised. There's a lot of black folks that do come out to Apple Valley because
I ain't been out there since
you
I
run that
left.
risk. Be real. We was just downtown last night. You do run that risk with, our people be
the
fucking
blacks.
up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They do be
And
fucking-
shit don't
look,
never stay open.
And let me tell you something. I look right over there.
That's why I'm surprised Exchange has been open as long as it
Exchange
has.
is lit AF.
Man, that
Because
should be
though?
fire.
Because people come there and they don't have no shit. You come there, you
Right.
get your table, you drink your drink,
Man.
and you good.
I think
I
it's
don't know if they
'cause-
got a rule or anything.
I think it's because they had those booths set up. So
Okay,
it
'cause you got
has
your own
people
space.
kind of, you're on
Okay.
space. You
No,
ain't
it's
stepping on
legit.
nobody's J's or Tim's.
No,
so
that's true, yeah.
People are like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's
I don't-
funny
yeah.
as hell though.
Black people do. Y'all stop tearing up shit. we
Please.
can't have nothing nice.
No, we can't. I
Talk about
remember-
stereotypes. Black people, stop it.
Man, we do. We
Stop
be
it.
fucking shit up, man. I'm like, God damn, we
Y'all
can't
too
go
damn
nowhere.
excited. Like, can you sit down? Like, you got to jump all over the fucking place.
Man, you know they about to drag her ass on the,
I know,
on the
right?
social media.
That's
Like,
okay, 'cause they
see,
know,
y'all
but look,
self-hating.
The people that be dragging us know they the ones doing it. So stop it.
Right.
Stop jumping
It's
all over
so
the place.
sad. I remember this restaurant. I think it was in New Hope. It was Kiss the Cook, soul food joint. Oh my goodness, the food was fire. And my friend and I sat down, and the first thing we said to each other when we're eating the meal, and we're looking at each other like, man, this place ain't gonna last. they got the mama in here, the cousin in here, the auntie in here, like
Yes,
the whole
they
family.
gon- they gon'
You
fight
can't
about
do that.
something. No.
You cannot do
You
that.
cannot mix business with pleasure.
No.
Like, yeah, but
hold on.
Girl,
I got a story about that.
Not even here,
Sobo
though.
though.
No, Sobo
Sobo
is
and Bad
legit.
Wings.
Let me tell. No, you
And they be
are
doing
right.
their shit, and that's a husband and
Look.
wife from I think the DMV area.
I think so
DC,
too.
Maryland,
Look, they got
Virginia.
a whole system going. We went. They're not sponsoring us, but you should. And we
Really?
went to what was it? Soul Bowl. Old guy at the register was like, "Hold on,
Cool as shit.
give me just a minute. We putting it all together. And you know what? That's fine.
But-
I'll wait for some good ass
Hey,
food.
I'm not gonna lie
no
though.
problem.
I'm not gonna
Right.
lie though. If the food is bomb, I don't give a fuck if the customer service
Because we
sucks.
just coming for food.
And
Yes.
especially
I
if
fucking
it's
care. He could have
if
cussed
it's
my ass out. I would have still
I ain't
waited.
mad.
Hey,
I am
if
not
it's people
mad.
of color, you walk into a Jamaican spot, they be like, "What you want now?"
Yeah.
And they just don't even care. They're like, it take them forever to even get to you. You know what I mean? To even answer.
But
I'm
you
like,
wait.
this food about to be
You do
fire.
it. Yes, yes.
Like if I walk into a little Asian spot and I'm gonna get some pho and I hear like fucking the Friends theme song playing or some shit, I'm like, this shit's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
But if it's that
Yes.
little ding ding ding
Yes,
Shit
it's one
going
person
on. You're
working
like,
there.
oh, this
Yes.
must be fire.
Yes,
This
I
must
went
be
to a spot
fire.
like that out in Hopkins, and I had ordered ahead of time, so I would just go in there, get my shit, and leave. I went. Homie was like, "Okay, what would you want, sir?" I put my order in online. He's like, "Oh, our system's down. You know what? Fine, fuck it, whatever." I ordered it because that shit was good. And what did I do? I fucking waited. And what I do when I got home?
You tore
Ate
that shit up.
Ate that shit up. Had to fight my dogs because they wanted some of it too. I was like, this ain't y'all dinner.
She
this
over
my
there
dinner.
hunched over her
So,
plate and
look,
shit.
Hunched over, look. So I was
Like,
like, you
just
know what?
tearing that shit
You know
up.
what? Fine, I ain't even mad because I'm going to wait. I ain't even going to front. I'm going to wait. So we good. But no, that's so true.
So real quick, this just brought up because I'm fat ass and I'm hungry. Other good Hispanic spots around that
Mexican
you
food.
suggest to go.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good. That's a
And
good
and we need to go hit that shit up.
Yes. Ain't nobody sponsoring this.
right.
And you should.
And
Yes.
you should.
I'm about to mention.
We will be
all the good
messaging you.
spots. All right. A very underrated, I think, not like highly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
underrated.
Underrated spot is Habanero Taco.
¿Dónde
Yes.
está?
Yes.
Yes,
You
the
had
food
it.
truck.
Hablo poquito
No,
español.
not just the food truck.
But it's the
They're-
one with the little. They're off of East Lake Street.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Over by Hiawatha.
Fire.
The Habanero Taco. Oh,
So good. You want to slap
my
your
God.
mama.
Oh my God.
You said Hiawatha?
Yeah, over by Hiawatha. So it's on Lake and a couple streets down. You know the Walgreens that burned down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right
It's over that way?
Right over there.
Okay.
Yep. So a block away from that.
Well, I already know that one. Put
Yep.
me on something new.
Okay, so obviously Taco Taxi is always good. But Cuatro Milpas. Right.
That's Lake Street as well, though,
Yeah,
right?
Lake Street as well.
Lake
That's
Street
a
got
little-
some like
Yo, what is
some
it?
stuff, some bops.
So I don't want to sound ignorant because I just call it like the dipping soup. What is that called?
Consommé.
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 Oh, I'm going
so,
there. I want
The
some
Cuatro
consommé.
Milpas, the Cuatro Milpas owner is from Guadalajara, Jalisco, which is where my family is from.
Okay.
Birria is what the tacos de birria.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want to ask for. You ask for
Birria?
5. Yep, you ask for 5
Okay.
with cheese. When you order 5, you get the consomme free.
I like gringo tacos though.
No.
I do like some. But I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Like
no.
Chipotle.
No.
Is that what you're talking about? 'Cause
the
that's not
No,
Mexican.
if you
We
go
don't eat
into
there.
some.
They got salmonella.
No, you go into some taco shops though. They got it's called the gringo tacos where they have like the cheese.
That's what they do in
onion,
That's what they do in Italy though to find out the Americans. They'll have what is it called? I can't think of it. Cafe latte. I don't. It's what it is beans. It's beans and hot water. Cafe Americano. Duh. That's what it is. And if you order that, they're gonna talk shit about you because they know you're American. That sounds like the gringo taco.
I'm
You ain't-
gonna
you
be
ain't gotta
that. I'm
set
gonna be
me
that
up.
American over there,
You ain't
proud
gotta
to be
set
my
me
shit.
up.
But
No.
anyways, so the video at the Cuatro Milpas is so good, and what the consomme is essentially it's the juices from like the meat that's been
Oh my
cooking.
God, yes.
It's just the broth and everything. It's
So good.
so good. Like
need
a
a
little bit of
list.
spice, a little bit of lime, and I kid you not, religiously when my wife and I were like, oh let's go get some tacos de birria, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go over there and we take it home. Religiously, I gotta have at least 2 tequilas with my tacos de
My
birria
man.
and consomme. Oh, oh my God!
mezcal?
Yes. No tequila. Well, mezcal too. I actually have a mezcal añejo, which is really really good.
Okay.
Aluminar. Oh my God, so good. But anyways, the tequila with the 5 tacos de birria, and you will
That's
not
it?
regret it. You will
That's
not
the meal?
Yep, that's the
Okay.
meal.
That's it.
Man,
Okay.
we hitting that.
So I want to go back to stereotypes. I want to hear what some like. Okay, so let me ask this: what's the preferred nomenclature? Hispanics, Latino? I know you're from South America.
I think
I'm bad at geography.
it's all about identity.
Okay.
Yep, it's how you identify.
Okay.
Yep. Some people prefer to be called Hispanic. Some people prefer to be called Latino or Chicano or what have you.
But her Chicano was like slang is bad. I ain't about to call nobody Chicano.
It is slang, but it's also like basically it's
Hers like the
Mexican American. It's like no, it's not. No, it is
Okay.
not.
Okay.
No,
That's
it-
what I heard. I don't know. I just said it. Okay.
If
it's
you
not.
take Chicano as an N word, you're just
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
Well, that's
Chicano.
what I heard. Okay,
Anyway.
but
I mean, I can see if it was like cochino or mayete.
yeah. That one's bad. That
Yeah.
one's bad.
don't say that, friends.
But
Loses
Chicano is
Hispanic
basically
friends.
Mexican American. Chicano is someone that is Mexican and that was born in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
again, it's just all about identity.
So real quick-
Personally, Latino.
So real quick,
Okay.
is there a specific term for I guess it's Afro-Latino, right? If you have African descent, right? Okay.
I've heard that Afro-Latino. So is that what you would consider yourself as?
Absolutely,
Yep, you said that earlier.
Yep.
Okay. So I have a grievance, and I'm just going to name it. I don't like when I go to Hispanic spots and I try to practice my Spanish and they talk right back to me in English.
Man, because your
like
shit
that.
probably sounding
No,
horrific.
I like speak pretty good conversational Spanish, and I don't
They're like,
that.
you just say you had a cat in your pants.
We'll be
What
the
the hell you
judge of
talking
that.
about? Right.
I don't like that. So sometimes I'll go into places like I live across the street from a Taco Teresa's, and I'll go in and I'll ask them if it's okay if I practice my Spanish, because I also don't want to just start speaking Spanish because I'm not Hispanic or Spanish, so I feel like that could be rude. But I don't like doing that, and then they speak right back to me in English. That's so rude. That's what I think. That's my grievance.
Is that rude?
What's the issue? Y'all tell me. Y'all the spokesman.
I
Is that
haven't
rude?
seen that. I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
I've never seen
I've
that either.
seen it.
Typically,
I've
they
seen it.
engage
I've
unless
seen
your
it.
shit is just terrible.
Oh, and my shit is not terrible.
No.
I'm not the best. I'm not fluent, but I'm like pretty decent.
They're like, oh shit, what the fuck is she saying?
No, I'm like pretty decent.
damn.
My accent's like kind of waned a little bit, but I'm like pretty decent. Like I'll go to Puerto Rico and I'll be speaking Spanish. They're like, $12.75.
No, actually,
Look,
I
just
lied.
saying
I have seen it.
cerveza and pollo is not
Cerveza.
Spanish.
No, I have seen it, and I've seen them. I've never
Turns
seen.
away from
I've never
Paris.
seen them speak English. I have seen them speak Spanish.
like back. Okay.
yeah.
Well, maybe
so I
it's
haven't
just
seen
me.
that. Yeah, I
No,
haven't seen that.
I've seen what you're saying.
Okay, because I'm like, I'm
definitely
trying
have
to
seen what you're
connect. I
saying.
didn't know if it was
So
rude or
why is that though?
I don't know why. I mean, I'll say this. Sometimes when I will say this, I would advise, and I guess it's going to depend on the person. But personally, if someone came up to me and was like, "Can I practice my Spanish on you?" I would say yes to be polite, but I would not like it because I'm not. No, just
No, tell
bear
me.
with me.
Okay, I will.
Because I am not here for your amusement. I am not here for your practice.
Right. It's kind of like insulting or like does it feel
Wait,
condescending
no,
or
and that's just personally. Now,
Okay.
if you came up to me and just started speaking Spanish, I'd be like, oh, you speak a
so
little
I
bit of
should-
Spanish.
Yeah.
No, and again,
Yeah,
it's just gonna depend on the person. You know,
Right.
you might catch them at a good time, and they're gonna talk back to you and joke around, or you
Okay.
might catch them on a really bad day,
OCD side.
and you know what? And they're gonna.
Where they not
I love
having it.
watching this little sand go.
I know
down.
we
It's
love the
so
sand
colorful.
timers. Yeah. Okay.
No, and you might catch them on a really bad day, regardless of
they not
what
having
you
it.
say. They're just not gonna have it. They're gonna be like, no,
Okay.
I speak English. Okay.
Right.
I've seen a different situation. I'm used to, because Latin people don't know that I'm Latin anywhere that I go ever.
¿Y tú hablas español?
Fluentemente, and I
okay.
teach it too. I write it. I do everything, but all of my thoughts, everything is in English first. So in my head, I have to translate everything before it comes out in Spanish, whether it's writing, reading, educating, whatever. So, and honestly, I identify as predominantly Black, but I do feel honored, and I feel like it's a beautiful thing when any person that is not of Hispanic descent, when they ask for help with the language, I feel like that's a beautiful thing because it shows that they're interested in your culture. It shows
Correct.
that they appreciate your culture. So for me, I don't ever mind it, and I don't know anybody else who does. Like I've
Dope.
seen
I
relatives of
appreciate
mine.
those two perspectives.
Yeah,
Okay, so I had
definitely,
so we have a
definitely.
viewer online. So my friend Stephanie says, "How do you know they're not practicing their English?"
Hey.
Valid says,
Right.
"Hey Steph, valid girl."
Right. Yeah, they're trying. That's real. They're trying
I do
to.
want to make a quick note that I also think that a big part of it is location. Like, where are you asking this?
Taco Teresa's.
There you go. If it's Taco Teresa's and I'm working and I've had a really hard day,
You're like,
I might.
bro, I ain't
Y'all
trying to do all this
imitate
shit,
this
bro.
American.
But you know what? If I'm on a podcast chilling with my homes, having some tacos,
It's
drinking
something
some
to-
beers,
yes.
like, mija, vamos a hablar español si quieres, okay?
Hell fucking yeah.
Ozzy said, "Don't come to me at work with this bullshit."
Right.
Like, you don't even
Let
know
me
the
get these
people.
orders fucking in.
Right.
I got 30 minutes left.
You know how many
Yeah,
tacos I got?
you like Karen, bro. I ain't trying to hear this right
I'm trying
now.
to
Wait,
tell you.
you know how many tacos I have to make and not eat? Okay, let me tell you.
That's a good point.
That's
That's a
just so
good
funny.
point.
That's just so
If
funny.
I know the person though, if I know the person and they want to learn or practice Spanish,
Of course.
I'm with you then at that point, Ozzy. Because I'm like, as long as you've been knowing me at this job or wherever it is that I know you from, and now you're trying to, and I feel like you're wasting my time, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I
But
feel
if it's
that.
a stranger coming up to me at wherever I am doing whatever it is that we're doing, and then you want to have a conversation in Spanish and you don't know shit about Spanish, I'm all for it. You know? So I agree. It's about location. It's about whatever it is that
Okay.
you're doing at the time.
That's fair. Okay. Appreciate that, friend. That's fair. All right. So I guess to wrap this part up, any other thoughts, comments about Blacks and Hispanics that y'all want to
Right.
tell?
Is there any
our
questions that you
masses?
guys have?
Well, that's a good question because I don't have any questions.
What do you have, Ozzy?
But one thing I do want to say is that I feel that, and I'll kind of circle back to what I was saying earlier. I think that the relationship between the Black community and the Latino community is good. It's not bad.
Right.
It's not terrible, but it could be.
It needs some repair.
So
Yes.
Because it's
much
like
better.
I feel like with like Black and Hispanics, it's literally the closest like similar races, right? Like I feel like we party the same. The family dynamic is almost the
I think we party
same.
harder, but that's fine.
That's to be determined. Well, you can come on next Friday and you can put that to the test.
I know that's right. Yes.
Let's go.
But no, okay.
I will, but I really want to give credit and just an honorable mention to the youth, because I think as generations kind of come along, the relationship between the Black community and Latino community is getting stronger, and we are you haven't seen this type of movement where Black Lives Matter. You see Latinos out there, you see Mexicans out there, you see white people out there. It's getting stronger,
It is.
and
I
it
agree.
needs to keep
Hell
going that
yeah.
way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The ignorant, narrow-minded, people that just have just a close off. No, don't date them. Don't hang out with them. You better watch out for them. No, that needs to just be shut out.
And what's sad is they're raising the next generation of
To have those
hate-filled,
perspectives.
Exactly.
prejudice.
But you know what I absolutely love? I have been seeing in the youth where you have youth teaching and correcting their parents or their aunties or their uncles.
Right.
That's great.
No, that's not how this is. This is a different time. And we are trying, you can't listen to the news, you can't listen to the media and just believe Black people are, violent or, this and that are dangerous. Yeah. No, you know what? Mexicans are just as dangerous. White people are just as dangerous.
They the most dangerous.
They the most dangerous.
You ask me.
Okay.
Lord.
No, honestly, we're people.
Yep.
It's just equality, okay? And that's what we need to keep doing. We need to have our youth teach the older generations and basically keep pushing that down each generation.
I agree.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
I think that we should keep in mind too that you never know who speaks Spanish, because I can't tell you how many times I've been in line somewhere and I've had, usually it's Mexican dudes, because Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, we're just hard to find, okay? So when you find one of us, you better
You better lock
you
it
better
down.
know.
Right.
You know,
Yes, I heard
you better
that.
appreciate this.
Yes.
But I can't tell you how many times I've been in line somewhere and I've heard conversation about me. Because they don't know that I speak Spanish,
Right.
so they'll be talking about me, and I just sit there.
And
Do you ever
listen.
do you entertain it, or are you just
Every time I finish it off. Every time. And actually, the last time that happened, I was in a sauna with this girl who's Mexican, and she doesn't speak any Spanish. So, but she identifies as white, even though she's Mexican, doesn't look anything white. And we're sitting in the sauna.
lost?
And
Lost.
and
Confused.
She's super confused. And we're having a conversation, and these two women are in the sauna with us. We're in a conversation, and I hear them talking about her in Spanish because they don't know that we speak Spanish.
She just smiling in the face and stuff.
And the good thing is she didn't hear what they were saying, but I caught everything. I'm sitting there half listening to my friend and coworker.
And listening to them.
And I'm listening to them like, oh my gosh.
What were they saying?
Bad stuff. It was mean. It was mean stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. But I don't like that. I don't like when you tear people down. You know, I
Exactly,
feel like if
exactly.
you come for me, you will receive.
Yep.
I would be happy to give it.
Yep.
But I don't believe in starting mess. I don't believe in. I do believe in just you know what? I'm gonna give you a minute because you don't know how crazy I can get.
Real quick, not to interrupt. Are you from Minnesota?
I was not born in Minnesota, but I was raised in Minnesota.
Where are you from?
The DR. I was born.
Oh,
that's
you
why I
actually
got a
born there.
plantain
Okay,
on my arm.
Oh,
I
okay,
actually
okay.
have a I don't know if
Like
you
a
can see it.
tattoo?
No, I was born with what looks
birthmark.
like my immunization shot looks like a freaking
wow.
plantain.
There
If
you
you
go.
Right.
Girl,
cut the
you are
plantain-
stamped from the Caribbean.
I am.
real.
Hey,
Get
I
it, girl.
represent.
Yes.
But I've been in line and people don't know that I speak Spanish, and then at the end, I let them finish their piece first,
Yep,
and then
and
I
then
jump
you jump
in
in
like,
there.
hey,
Yep.
you know, and then I let them know. But I found myself doing the same thing, except I wasn't saying anything mean. I was saying something respectfully and out of love, and it was actually about a white person, and they turned around and was like, "You are so sweet. Can I give you a hug?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, let me."
And then
I gotta
you
watch
never
myself.
speak to me.
Yes, you never know.
You never
So
know.
be careful, like out here talking. You know, especially when you're out there just dogging on people.
No,
Don't
that's
be
true.
that way. You know,
Right.
because you never know who's listening and
Never
who
know who's
understands.
listening. Yep. No, that's so true.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, this was an excellent conversation.
it. This was
First
perfect.
podcast.
Yes.
Follow us.
We killed it.
So I'll actually start with you, Dice. If you want to give out your information, let them know
wait.
where they can follow.
Wait here. Before that, we usually end we will be ending the podcast with a segment called Exhausted, where we just name what's exhausting us.
You're exhausting me.
You know what? I'm not going to accept that. What is exhausting me, I think, is just people. People are not willing to listen to other people. They are not
Facts.
wanting to engage with other people. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fact that we've been alone for over a year. Some people have been alone for over a year, or what it is. But I'm like, Lord, I'm just exhausted by the negativity. I think
Right.
that's what exhausts me. Can we just not, right?
Right.
Ozzy, I'm gonna shoot to you. What's exhausting you?
Exhausting. My work.
Work. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God, work.
Yes.
Hey, don't say it. Don't
I
put them on
won't.
blast. They can be like,
I definitely won't.
Well, since you're exhausted, don't come in on Monday.
Let me tell you, we exhausted, but we
Now-
still need that paycheck.
I was gonna say I still need my 9 to 5.
Right.
That don't mean it's not exhausting. Okay?
Facts.
I know that's right.
Mentally and everything. But anyways, I will say though, more than anything, it has been exhausting just to see day after day how many more new articles there's this person got killed.
Man.
This person got shot.
Yes.
This person got pulled over and then they got shot.
It is exhausting.
Just stop. If you're gonna wear a badge and you're gonna say protect and serve, then don't shoot to kill.
Then actually protect
Yes.
and
'Cause
serve.
It's
Yep.
it's exhausting to see so many lives lost, Black, Latino. It's so exhausting to see so much hate crime, Asian, hate crime, and
Hey, just real quick, not even cut you off, but you see, there was never no all hate matters though, right? Or all hate.
I didn't see that.
No, but exactly. But when it was Black Lives Matter, there was always
Right.
Blue Lives Matter
always
or
something
All
after
Lives
that,
Matter.
right?
But when it was
Yep.
Stop Asian Hate,
Exactly.
there wasn't, well, all hate is the same and da-da-da-da. You didn't see that shit. Anyway, sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah. So that in particular has been very exhausting just to see so much, and just on a personal note, I don't know why, but picking what I might have for food or have for dinner has just been exhausting. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I'm like,
never know.
It's a chore now.
It
It's
is.
a chore,
It
and I'm
is.
just
It
like,
is.
can we just decide what we're gonna eat?
Right?
Can someone just bring me some food and I'll eat that? Okay?
Right? No, I'll co-sign on that. That's legit.
Man.
There's
That's
what's
mine.
exhausting you.
All right.
We'll just kind of go in a circle.
Oh,
later.
on a circle? Okay.
Yeah.
Exhausting me. I'm exhausted by seeing, when you go into posts, right? Or you're on your Facebook or social media in general, and it's let's just say, R.I.P. Dante Wright, right? And it talks about the case, and you got fucking laughing emojis. Who the fuck is laughing at this shit?
I don't even want to look
It's
in the
all,
comments.
it's
about
always,
that.
and that's what made me want to. I've seriously been contemplating deleting my fucking Facebook because
people
I'm
are
tired of
ignorant
shit.
out here.
And it's damn, are you that hate filled
Yep.
that you know what I mean? You laugh at this shit. What the fuck is funny?
Yeah.
What is funny about
What's
this?
funny about this? Yep.
So that's very exhausting to me. Candace Owens, goddamn, fuck that bitch is exhausting. And sorry, I don't use that a lot for women. I
She
don't
deserves
typically, but
it. She is playing.
Man, yes.
I can't disagree.
And I think those are the top things for me.
Okay.
What about you, Miss Dice?
I think for me, I know for me, two of the things that are really exhausting for me, besides what's happening to our Black community, is lack of honesty in people. I cannot stand hidden agendas. I can't stand knowing everything right off the gate. I believe in just putting all your dirty shit right there in the forefront. Right then, you take it or leave it.
Yep.
And then also lack of accountability with people.
Seriously.
I don't understand what
They just out here.
just
fucking
admit,
around.
just admit what you did and keep it moving, or don't admit it but keep it moving.
But keep it moving. You trying to gaslight me and make it seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, homie, I
don't
seen you
waste
do that.
my time.
Yeah.
Like, I do not play about my time.
yes.
So for me, that's like,
No, I hear you.
you play about my time, you want some problems.
No, I definitely hear that. Yeah, so that's true. So, all right, that's what is exhausting us. Are we
Yes.
ready for social media handles?
Yeah, but
Okay.
wait, real quick though.
Yeah.
If you guys have any, like, because we always want to put on other people, right?
For sure.
That's what we're about.
Yep.
Community network in general. And so if you have any artwork, if you have any beats, if you have any, what else? Logo designs that you think of, like, oh, I think this shit would look dope as hell for chopping it up. Send that shit in and send it to our email, which is choppin. So CHOPPNITUP official.
Yep.
at gmail.com.
That's us.
Because we're gonna eventually what we want to do is start having, we'll play some of your shit, or we'll show your stuff on our Instagram, Facebook, and all that. So definitely send that stuff in. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
But
So yeah, well, I just want to say thank you to our guests. We are really appreciative of you all coming on, having this conversation with us. Like, thank you so much.
Definitely
So,
appreciate
yeah,
your guys' time.
do.
Seriously.
So yeah, please shout out your social media. Let people know how they can find you. Like, let's connect people. So do you want to start us off, Dice? Because you're doing a lot out here too.
Yeah.
I have a lot going on.
No,
What you be
name
doing?
it. Yeah, I know that's right. Name it, sis.
Okay.
Name it.
I do massage. I'm an esthetician. Everything under the scope of practice as an esthetician. I guide yoga and meditation. My Facebook name is Dice. You find Dice, curly hair, black.
That's you.
On Instagram, D.I.C.E with an underscore right after the E.
Hey, gotta get them snaps.
That's
Yes.
it. Yeah, that's what I do. I also teach Spanish too, for those of you who are serious.
About it. Love it.
I just want to learn all the curse words. That's basically
I
about
got
it.
you.
Pendale.
I got
We'll
those in the
help you
bag.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I want to know.
I'm a word.
No, not to be.
No. I'm a wordsmith with these words.
Okay. Oh, you be.
Oh, you the man then.
It cuts deep, huh? Okay.
Ozzy, how about you? Social media? How
I
can people find you?
have a Facebook. That's about it. I don't have any social media.
Good for you.
I don't need to be followed. But if you have the pleasure of knowing me, I it's my pleasure to know you. Honestly, that's all I gotta say.
I hear that. Yes, I love it.
Okay.
All right, you all. And as always, we are at Chopping It Up Official on Instagram, CHOPPN It Up Official. On Twitter, we are Chopping It Up Team. Facebook, the Chopping It Up Podcast.
Yes.
Personally, Chartel, my Instagram is at Chartelite, CHARTELITE. You can follow me there. Page is public.
And
Ferris?
you can follow me on Instagram at I_am_Ferris. That's FARRIS. Not like Ferris Bueller.
Bueller.
And yet, right.
Bueller.
The funny thing is, I've never seen that damn movie though.
Oh my God.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, I never seen
haven't
that
either.
shit.
People love it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. But yeah, hell yeah, this was a good ass episode,
good,
man. Thank
yes.
you guys so much for fucking coming on. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully we can have y'all on again. It doesn't have to be so this topic, but
Yeah.
hell
This
yeah,
one
we want to
was
have you guys
emotional.
on.
This
Seriously,
one was serious.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll
Thanks,
see
you
y'all
guys.
next
Thanks for
you
listening.
guys.
Thank you so much.